Hello and welcome to another MrReeeee video of Real Talks, and I want to take this time to get real with you, and that's around 10.15, and it just baffles my mind right now when I go on YouTube and I'm seeing some of the top end streamers or top end video content creators of World of Warcraft saying that they're super excited, 10.5 is insane, and I'm sitting here like, the game's dead. I've got no one to play with. Like, what are we celebrating here? I get, like, it's been so long and the shit we've gone through with Blizzard, and finally we're seeing, a progression of content where it's like, oh, we're going to start implementing, we're seeing a timeline, which is great, and they're releasing this now, and then we're getting this later. But in my mind, at some point, I'm like, it's just dead. Like, it takes me an hour to party up as a tank to find someone to do keys with. Like, I know friends who have beaten this raid tier months ago. Like, I've shifted a few guilds, but the guilds are either on the last boss, finished, or the top end. They've been done for months. It's dried up. Like, let's get some content out here. I'm just going through WoW News today. I'm just like, look at the new dark orange eye color customization option from Manga Orcs coming in patch 10.15. Like, who gives it? You know what I'm saying? Who cares? The new eye colors. Like, I feel like we should be seeing, and I'd like to see more content coming out that's playable. Like, people want to do PvP, PvE, and raid. Like, we're even at the point where we're regurgitating dungeons. You know what I mean? We did Shadow Moon, Valley, now we're doing Freehold this time, and we're doing Underrot. Like, it's not like I have to recreate dungeons. Like, in every couple of months, release a couple of old dungeons, add them to the M+ mix. I'm just so... Add some stuff where there is a level grind. Like, I was thinking today, we've moved away from that grinding and that I want to log on, but now we've gone too far back and people just aren't logging on. You know, like, I think in this new Season 2 patch on my Residue, when it dropped, like, I think by week 3 of M+, I was fully capped and fully geared. I'm working on ults. Now, the ult scene is great, and I want to do some ults, but there's nobody playing, you know? I think there has to be some balance here for something to grind. You know, I just looked through here, like, I was just to read about the mega dungeon. In my mind, straight up here with this mega dungeon, I'm like, okay, I'm thinking of Tazavash, right? And what was the other one we did before? The Karazhan's, the mega dungeon. They're pretty cool, but they're better when they go into the M+ rotation. Just straight away hit them in the M+ rotation. Like, the loot's what, 440 or so? Like, it's shit for me. Like, I read here and he's like, from experience, the exception of a couple of abilities, the dungeon filled like 10-man rating, small group content, and encounters felt incredibly well tuned at 425 island level. Hello, everybody I know is 440 eye level. We're probably going to smash this in a day. In a couple of hours, I'll be done. I'm like, oh, that was cool. Like, these fights look good. And I like the idea of, like, you know, mega dungeons are awesome. I just feel like... Hopefully, there's only 5 bosses in these mega dungeons, not even 8 bosses. But, like, yeah, 4th boss. Wow. It's not even, like, a full 8-man raid. Yeah, 8-man boss fight, like the last one. Like, that's going to be done in a day. I will finish that content in a couple of hours, mate. We'll get a group, we'll have fun for an hour, up, we're done. You know? Mount, 10 tier, like, new tracks, mega dungeon. Ugh. The official Whelp daycare. I do not understand. I can't even think. I don't even know the name Above Veldraken that came out in that small patch where we did some content and we got those rings. Like, that ring launch was literally, everybody found out they could go on ults to complete the treasure vault to upgrade their gear. People want, I don't care what you say, like, people want to improve their player. They want to be the best of that class. They want to min-max. Majority of players. I don't see, I get this laid back approach, but we're going too far in that direction. All right, I'm 30 years of age, going to 31. Most people that watch my content, most people that play this game aren't young. People don't have the money. People aren't paying. I feel like I'm addicted to this game. I'm sure some of my friends are, and we like that content, and we've liked it for years, and we feel attached to Blizzard, right? Like, I don't see I'd love to see their new player base, but from the people, I have a full friends list. Full friends list. Yeah, all right. Kudos to me. Okay, but I've played the game a long time, and right now I've got 4 people online. 4 people. More people playing Diablo. Now, Diablo's launched, but again, that's, you know, there's a bit of a grace period right now in Diablo because people have mostly capped their characters and kind of waiting for the first season of Diablo. So there's no, they could be playing it, but we're playing other things because we're bored. Right? I don't think there's been a time, I actually think the only time we used to log on for World Quest was BFA when there was a grinding thing, right? Or Legion. I think Legion, the weapon artifacts, is awesome. Like doing other content that would help my character in the long run. Maybe it'd take a while, you know. But the grind can be minimalistic, right? Like a week of content gives you 1% damage upgrades. Not enough to put me well behind my friends, but if I want to do it, I can. You know, I just think we're just so these world quests and these new areas and new zones. Like, oh my god, it's a new zone. We get new mounts. Like, hello? Like, I know they're mount collectors. Like, I feel like that's even mount collectors like going back and doing hard content. They like doing and finding those rare items. Not a mount everybody can farm. Nobody wants a mount everybody can farm. People want to know that they can. It's hard to get and achieve it. And I just think these world quests, I'm like, bro, I don't even do my normal world quest now. I don't do it in the second zone. I don't do it in this third zone. Even the Niflheim. Like, I did the Niflheim quest just to get a few upgrades. Now I'm done. I'm not going to go back to it. Like, why are we entering a whole new zone? Nobody's going to fucking play it. I just don't understand. Focus on your small patches. Like, increase your dungeons. Put a small raid. Do the fractured stuff you did back in Shadowlands where we played older raids. Bring an older raid back. Just tune it. You guys are tuning better now. Let's get some more tuning on some old content. Like, let's get on to get gear. I really don't know where for me, I'm like, well, I'm just going to be waiting. It's not even the new season for M+. You know, I'm at 2800. I'd like to get a group together, but nobody's playing. You know, I have nobody to push on the higher end. I'm not saying I play a couple hours a night. That's all I'm doing into this game. You know, I'm not going over the top. I think there's a lot of value in the old system, and that's working well, and I can play alts, but I just feel like, yeah, people want to log on and do raid. The only time we used to log on was BFA, where we'd log on for world questing. And I'd be like, yeah, let's log on. Everybody else's messaging would be like, hey, it's raid night. Hey, do you want to do some M+? Even the PvP system, I think, is a bit, how are you going? Like, I don't think it's, very rarely I'd find PvP players. I like the concept, but there has to be, I'm not one to talk about that whole system, but I knew that transitioning from PvE to PvP is so difficult. And I think there's got to be I think the solo queue has been really fun and introduced in that. But like, that's another area you could work on. A world PvP or something to add some sort of spice to my life, you know? Like, I get, look, Warlock demo conversation. I was like, oh, that seems pretty cool. Like, that's something finally that we're doing. I like the idea of that. And we finally get to some customization, you know, to our characters. I just feel lost. And the tuning is great. Like, look at this. Mythic upgrade track retroactive from 4.1 to 4.7. Oh my god. Gear which shows former high will ultimately now fall in the mythic track. Blizzard announces as retroactive. If you had a 441 piece, it can now go to 447. 3 eye levels. Oof, gamers. It's getting real now, you know? I know there's the new mount stuff coming out where you do more some dragon riding. Like, that was fun. This is another thing with the dragon riding. Super fun. Great idea. But like, by week 1, I'd finished everything. Like, where's the races where we can race against each other? Or time trial leaderboards? Like, the best one for this map. Is that a thing? If it is a thing, then I'd like to know about it because I don't know about it. But like, add that. Like, well, we can now fly in Kalmador. Great. I could fly in that new zone that I do not know the name of Draken. I didn't do that. It didn't give me anything. There wasn't even an achievement. Wasn't a cool dragon with racing strides, for God's sake. You know, like, ooh, some quality of life stuff coming out. The trading with money, great. Good quality of life, okay? Quality of life stuff, swapping our dragon mount to normal mount, great. The transmog stuff, great. Like, quality of life stuff, great. Is there anything to play? No. Great. You know? I'm really concerned about where it's heading, and I have to wait so many months. Like, the Evoker. Everybody very like, yeah, new spec, so cool. You won't get to play it. Nobody's playing M+. Nobody's raiding. Yeah, nobody's doing anything. It's low. Like, you might get it really high, but you're not going to be pushing. Probably finding a raid group to push is probably slim. Could be just spend the OCA, but it's all we're dealing with, you know? I can't even fight an Evoker. I think I've been to maybe 6 guilds this year because I'm a bit of a floater. You know, I haven't found my space. And I don't think every one of us have one Evoker healer. Like, I think keys-wise, like, hopefully this will spice up more Evokers come out of the woodwork, right? But, you know, they're not there. People don't like playing Evoker. I think most people I've played with had Evoker said, you know, it's not really my thing. They've tried it. But, you know, that's something good, but that's one class is going to get that. Like, everybody's going to log in, 10.15, play, you know, we're all going to sit there with augmentation evokers and go, wait, let's do some keys. And everybody's going to be playing Evoker. We're doing 5 Evoker key dungeons. You know, like, hello? Bring back challenges back from time walking. That was fun. Yeah, bring back some content that we can do to achieve stuff. You know, hidden mounts if you do certain times. Add on to the M plus. The achievement for a mount is mind dumbing now. I've got so many of the mount. They're just different colorations of that 2500 mount. Yeah, add stuff to the MDI. Add a time to it. You could add additional affixes and get a push limit. I don't know. I'm one dude. I'm sure there's people out there right now like sitting there like fix the game and give us something to do. I'm so surprised. I keep reading about 10.15 is spectacular. Like, there are good things, quality of life. There are some good class changes. It's great to see Blizzard releasing content that's updated and they've got a plan and we're not in the dark. But I just think we need to take a further step. I think of games, you know, that are free to play. You know, like, I'm paying this monthly and I pay for a year and it's because I'm addicted and it's because I'm so invested. Like, surely you can revamp some old dungeons up. You can't tell me the coding's that difficult that in 3 months you can't release an extra dungeon or can't focus some of your stuff onto giving us something to do or reframe. I was so surprised to be very excited because I'm not. I'm just literally not. I got nothing to do. I'm not going to log on and play level Evoker, but I'm already having trouble right now trying to find parties in M+. You know? Trying to do 19 keys in my warrior and it takes me an hour to find a group. Like, just so surprised. Okay. Updates design was good. What else is happening? I think that's it for 10.15, honestly. That's it. Class changes, mega dungeon, quality of life, cross-realm training. Oh, just, you know, the Evoker Legendary. I'm so late. Like, should have been out earlier. I got nobody's playing. Game's dead, guys. I'm saying dead, and there's like, if I look on, there's not one person, but it's pretty shit. It's pretty shit. Like, could be an OCE, but like, it is so hard to get into keys. You know, raid's done pretty quick. It was a pretty easy raid compared to others. You know, I just send help. Send help if you're watching this. Join on the bandwagon. If you also disagree with me, yeah, then comment and let's argue because I'm pissed. I'm pissed. So anyway, guys, it's been a rant. That's been a real talk with MrReeeee, and I'll see you for the next one. Peace out.